Hi everyone, Monica Shimonik here with Moms Unshackled, and I'm just popping in this morning because I woke up and there were two messages in my inbox, and they were both similar. God, my hair's all puffing on one side. I just washed it, so you know how like when you wash your hair, it gets kind of like a little bit crazy. Anyway, so I had two messages in my inbox. Oh my God, my hair's really bothering me. So two messages in my inbox. They were both from moms, and they were very similar. And it was of the nature of, how do I stop my GAL from lying? How do I stop my ex from harassing me? How do I stop? There was one more. Oh, something about like a CPS investigation. It was like, how can I get the CPS people to see that my ex is really the problem? You know, it was all of the nature of how do I make somebody else see something or do something or think something or act a certain way, okay? A lot of you contact me asking for assistance in that regard, and I always come back with the same thing. That's what I say. I say, you know, thank you so much for getting in touch with me. I'm sorry for what you're going through. I know it's tough. I've been there. I get it. I understand these people. But no amount of coaching or mentorship can stop what another person is doing, okay? Coaching isn't for other people, it's for you, okay? You know, I can't help what other people do. If I could, then everybody would adopt this template and we wouldn't have any more problems in family court. So I kind of like I kind of say that in like a very like playful way, like a funny way, and it's, you know, they get it. They're like, oh yeah, okay. But what I do say is this. I say, look, this is what I do. I teach you how to find the version of yourself that can overcome this, okay? Because you can't deal with this the way you are now. I know that. I couldn't, you know. It took me 7 years to figure out how to stop trying to control these crazy lunatics and instead focus on me. Like, what do I have to do to overcome this and stand in my power with all of this crap happening? Okay, that was like major insight. I have my coffee next to an open window, and now my coffee's probably like ice cold. Oh, yes it is. It's like unintentional Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee, right? Anyway, so now I have my first cup of coffee. Now I could now I could be present with y'all, okay? Because I'm kind of a junkie in that way. So this is the thing. The title is like, I put something like planting berries in Canada or something. I can't remember what I wrote. But this is the thing. This is what you're doing when you're reaching out to me asking those kinds of questions. It's really no different than saying, I live in Cornwallis, Canada, which is like population like 203 or something. Super cold. It's like 37 below even in like June. People live there. But that's like you living in Cornwallis, Canada, saying, what the hell? I can't plant these berries in this block of ice. Please help. Why aren't these berries growing? Okay? So this is the thing. Again, gosh, I lost my train of thought. Oh, see, I really want to travel to Canada. That's like my dream, to go to Canada and like really travel. Not like Quebec where you're just hanging out on like the edge of the border. I'm talking like deep Canada, like Eskimo Canada. I want to go there so bad. So now I'm like all fantasizing. But anyway, let me get back to you guys. So let me backtrack a bit. So this is the thing. You're desperate, okay? That's why you're reaching out to me. You're desperate. You're like, oh my God, maybe this girl Monica could help. I don't know. You want to stop this like tirade of toxicity and damage to your life. Okay. And it's scary. You don't know what to do. You're stuck. You don't have any options. And you think that there must be a magic formula that you could use in court to convince a judge, to make a judge be like, oh yeah, this person really is a total jerk. Yeah. And you think that there's a magic way to get that unicorn judge to show up in your case and pay attention to the problems. There is no, okay, there might be a unicorn judge that could come up and fix everything, but you are far better off learning how to plant, learning how to survive in Cornwallis, Canada. Okay, so, you know, your ex's behavior and your GAL's behavior and the judge, this whole system in your life is what cold weather is in Cornwallis, Canada. Okay, so instead of trying to plant berries there and try to like, you know, figure out how to wear a bikini, okay, in Cornwallis, Canada. and figure out how to, like, because you're not using the right skills to manage this. Okay, the skills that you're relying on is holding out hope that the right judge is going to come along, or the right GAL is going to come along, or that somebody's going to see the light. Your way of handling this is dependent on other people seeing the light. Okay, now this won't happen. This is a 50-year travesty to American families. It's not going to change. Okay, I mean, it will change. We need activists to do that, but to get us there, we have to be healthy and we have to be whole, and we're not healthy and whole. We are a suffering, bleeding community. Okay, we are broke, we are sick, we are depressed. Okay, we're not in our power. Okay, so we're not going to be able to change anything until we become whole and we fix ourselves. I hate to say it. Very tough advice. I get it. So this is the thing. So what I do is I help you figure out, okay, well, maybe you don't have to plant berries in a block of ice. There are probably plants, edible plants. There are probably like algae or whatever stuff growing. I think Cornwallis candida has like a funky algae that might be edible and very nutritious. Okay, so there might be like algae. There might be like, you might be able to like eat certain kinds of fish. There are ways to survive in Cornwallis candida. Maybe you're not wearing the right socks. Maybe you're wearing cotton socks. Maybe you think it's like Puerto Rico, and you're wearing like your light cotton clothing, and you can't. You just need to know what kind of clothing to wear to be warm, and what kind of foods to eat, and what kind of shelter to find. Maybe like a wooden house isn't the right fit for you in Cornwallis, Canada. So instead of trying to figure out how to stop the weather, like how do you stop it from being 37 below? That's what you're asking me. How do I stop it from being 37 below in Cornwallis, Canada? How do I stop these snowstorms? How do I stop this cold? I can't make it warm here. My berries aren't growing. Like, I don't know what to do. So, you are, oh my gosh, a text message came in. I hate that. I got to learn how to turn off those little reminders. So instead of figuring out how to make it warm in Cornwallis, why not work on you and figure out what kind of skills you need to adapt to survive this cold weather? Okay, because there are people living there. There's like 200 people living in Cornwallis right now. So they have figured out how to survive, how to adapt. So why not learn what you need to do for yourself to manage the family court toxicity and the abuse and the injustice, okay? There is a way to do it. It took me 7 years to find the formula. I made the formula. But there is a way to do it, because I did it. And I have clients that are getting results for adopting these skills. So instead of focusing on the other people in the cold weather, in the snowstorms, in the ice, focus on you, okay? How can you overcome this? Now, this is the thing. This is what's beautiful. You don't have to manifest that version of yourself, because that version of yourself is already there. You already have a version of yourself that knows how to handle this. She's already there. He's already there. It's more about revealing that inner activist and that inner warrior, okay? Because you have it. We all have it, because if we didn't have this in us, we would not have survived for 200,000 years, okay? We have made it through poverty, war, unbelievable tragedies. We have survived as a species, and we know how to handle this, okay? I mean, there are freaking animals that know how to survive forest fires. They know which direction to run in. when there's like mammals, living things know how to survive shit, okay? You can survive family court. You can survive a crazy narcissist ex. It has nothing to do with trying to stop the forest fires, trying to stop the blizzards. You can't stop natural disasters. Your ex is a natural disaster, okay? The judge is a natural disaster. You're never going to stop them. They are Hurricane Katrina, okay? I'm sorry, one of my best friends, her name is Katrina. I'm sorry, Katrina. Patricia, you're watching, Katrina, I love you. But yeah, you can't stop Hurricane Katrina. So, but you can help yourself. You can learn how to have a better built life to manage this, okay? So you have a choice. You could either hold out for that unicorn judge. You could hold out for the unicorn GAL who will save the day. Okay. And then maybe, even if you do get that unicorn judge, maybe your ex will turn into a unicorn narcissist and actually listen to the judge and follow court orders and not abuse you. So there's like two pieces that have to happen. Okay. Your odds are like almost zero. Go to Vegas if you want to gamble. Don't gamble with that. Figure out yourself, figure out what you need to survive this. I do offer 90-minute intensive sessions for stuff like this. If you have like a specific problem, if you don't want to go through like the whole 12 weeks with me, okay, you can just get a single session and like, look, 90 minutes. I could do a recorded session with you for 90 minutes. And after that session, you'll get like a PDF of all the bullet points, like the important things that we talked about. So I'll send that to you within a couple days. But if you have like a specific problem and it's just plaguing you, it's eating you, you can't figure out this situation and you just need a little bit of a tune-up in your life to survive this. This is a freaking hellhole. And you don't want to walk away from your kids, okay? Because that's like, a lot of times, like, we feel like that's our only option, is either like suffer or walk away from our kids, which is also a form of suffering. So yeah, stop trying to convince the GAL to do the right thing. Stop trying to convince your ex. Stop trying to convince a judge. Stop holding out for the right judge. Fix yourself. Work on yourself, okay? And then you can move to Canada and be like, yo, I handled the family court system. I could deal with this. Okay. So, yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I just felt compelled to like share this because I did get those 2 messages in the middle of the night. And I feel like all of you need to hear this. And yes, that version of yourself, that warrior is in you. Okay. You just have to like let that person shine through. There is a way to do that. That's what I help moms with. But yeah, I look forward to speaking with you. And I'm going to be putting the link to work with me individually if you feel like you need that. Okay. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.